What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben gaming video. I hope you guys are having an awesome day as always, and gaming is not dead. We've had a few different showcases just announced, one from Xbox and some others from other companies as well, and we're going to talk about those and some also good news that some games haven't been cancelled and are still in the works, and in fact there's some new games in the works that we're going to talk about in this video, and let's jump straight in. So first on the list, apologies for the motorbike going past. There we go. Xbox Partner Preview event has been announced with 30 minutes of third-party games coming to Xbox and PC. Microsoft has announced the next Xbox Partner Direct scheduled for tomorrow, literally Wednesday tomorrow, 6 PM at 10 AM PT and 1 PM ET. In a new Xbox Wire post, Microsoft revealed that its second partner preview event will be roughly 30 minutes long and will focus exclusively on third-party games from publishers including Capcom, EA, and Nexon. So do not expect any first-party games to appear at the showcase, obviously, as it says there. Obviously, things like Fable, Outer Worlds 2, or any of Obsidian stuff is not going to appear there. While nothing specific and no specific games were revealed, a few upcoming games from the publishers mentioned in the Xbox Wire post include Capcom's Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, which was revealed at the Xbox Games Showcase just last summer, and Tales of Kenzura Zao, which is developed by Surgent Studios and published by EA with a release date set for next month. So that's just a look at a couple of the games that we already know about. So this is Xbox's second digital event hosted this year, following the Developer Direct that aired last January, where we saw our first look at Machine Games' upcoming project, obviously Indiana Jones. That's just talking about stuff that's obviously upcoming. So great news, we've got some decent projects from this showcase that's going to be coming up. It'd be interesting to see what else is shown off from other developers at this showcase. As I said, no first-party Xbox stuff, but we are going to see some decent games coming up. And yeah, this kind of leads on to the next point, which is Star Wars strategy game is still alive following mass layoffs at EA. Now, we all know that the landscape of gaming right now has been kind of a little bit of a disaster, and EA announced plans in February to announce a layoff of 670 workers. They cancelled some games as well. I believe they actually cancelled a third party, or here it might say here, publisher currently has several confirmed Star Wars and Marvel games in development, including a third Jedi game, Black Panther, and Iron Man, but EA cancelled Respawn Star Wars' first-person shooter before it was even properly revealed. So their first-person shooter game was cancelled, but it's good we're getting a third Jedi game, and I'm so happy. Hopefully this time, third time lucky, right? They're going to release it with good performance modes on console, and on PC there's going to be no stutter issues and everything's going to be good. Please, come on EA. But we have a Star Wars strategy game. It says, let's just get into the part where it actually talks about the Star Wars strategy game. It says, EA announced the Star Wars strategy game in January of 2022 alongside two others, all overseen in one form or another by Respawn. We know now the FPS has fallen by the wayside, leaving the Star Wars Jedi 3 and the strategy game in development. Neither have release windows at this time, but Reactor was formed by that company here, best known for their work on the XCOM franchise. So good news. I mean, it's good news, but it's nothing concrete. Obviously, it doesn't mean they're not going to cancel it in the future, but it is just good news that they haven't scrapped the Star Wars strategy game, because to be honest, I think that'd be quite good. We've already got some decent shooters out there, like shooters, you know, even the Star Wars games themselves. Battlefront 2 now is very, very good, and we've obviously got the like little remasters of the two Battlefront games, which I'm very excited for. So we've got those to kind of look forward to. But you know, they're keeping going with the Jedi 3 game, which is brilliant, because that's the main one that we're all going to really realistically want. So let's talk about another game that is in development. Now we have Titanfall, the director reportedly making new Titanfall game that's not Titanfall 3. So that's really exciting. Let's read. A small team within Respawn are making a fresh game set in the Titanfall universe. It's been reported, but this project won't be Titanfall 3. We knew of this team already, and the fact it's been led by Titanfall and Titanfall 2 creator Steve Fukada via an Axios interview with Respawn boss Zempella earlier this year. They're never just simple names. It never works that way. Now, Giant Bomb's ever chatty reporter Jeff Grubb has stated this team is working on a Titanfall game set in the same universe as the series' first 2 entries, but stressed that this was not currently planned to be Titanfall 3. So that's very, very, very interesting. Obviously, it's going to be some sort of spin-off game that is set in the universe, but I don't know. This is a very interesting video that's going on down here. Let's pause that because it's weird. Speaking on the Games Mess Mornings podcast, Grubb went on to explain that the project had been in an early prototype phase, but was now gathering steam internally. As for how it would be a new Titanfall game, but not Titanfall 3, he described it as not being like a game with online multiplayer and a single-player campaign. So described it as not being like a... So it's not an online game with a single-player campaign. Okay, interesting. And noted how the studio's Apex Legends was also set in the same universe, but not specifically a Titanfall title. Interesting. This is a new Titanfall game, though. So it's going to have a Titanfall title, I guess, but it's not going to be Titanfall 3. Interesting. This isn't the first Titanfall project to be prototyped within Respawn in recent years. Of course, the studio reportedly had an Apex/Titanfall crossover in the works, dubbed Titanfall Legends, which would have been a single-player experience featuring characters from both games. A Bloomberg report stated that this was canned early last year. So again, tons of games are getting canned at the moment as it's going to re-go into here. EA's laying off loads of employees, having a massive cull. Sorry, my cat just stepped on my keyboard to make it go down. And yeah, so that's very, very interesting. And I'm already looking forward to that, to be honest, because to be honest, more games is better for us, right? These are sort of things are brilliant. We don't seem to get good games like Titanfall. I wouldn't actually mind just seeing a very similar Titanfall game that is purely campaign-based and is not like this full-on whole like multiplayer game, because I'm not so interested in those anymore. I love good single-player story games, and those are my favorite to actually enjoy. So let's talk about the final bit of news for this video, which is Capcom announced 2 showcases this month for its upcoming games: Dragon's Dogma, Street Fighter, Monster Hunter. So here we go. Capcom highlights, as they're known, will begin on Thursday the 7th of March at 11 PM UK time with a look at Dragon's Dogma 2 and Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. This is also the one that's going to be talked about at this showcase, obviously. Then on Monday the 11th of March at 10 PM UK time, we'll get a look at Street Fighter 6, Exoprimal, Monster Hunter Stories, and Monster Hunter Now. So again, here's the post on Twitter. Capcom still bringing us decent content, and that's another one to be excited for. So it's not all bad in the gaming landscape, guys. There's been a lot of problems recently, a lot of layoffs. Things have been seeming disappointing, but there are things to look forward to. We've got some decent games coming out this year. Just this month, actually, we've got a few decent titles to play. I'm actually very excited for Alone in the Dark. I don't know if anybody else is, but that is actually a title coming out this month. So I'm personally looking forward to that one. But we'll leave it there for that video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments of these kind of announcements, these updates, these showcases, and the fact that some games are still being worked on. We've got confirmation of a 3rd game in the Fallen Order Jedi Survivor franchise. So that's brilliant, because they're one of my favorite games of all time, both of those. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, stay tuned for all the latest updates. Bye-bye for now.